Hello, everybody. This is Brett Jolly, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a musician who has played with a lot of big name artists in the industry. Um, and this is basically Sound Off with Brett Jolly. You know, people have questions, and I'm going to try my best to answer them here. Keep in mind that one of the main issues that I've been talked to about is the evolution of the music industry. Over the years, all kinds of things have happened. When you're young, your parents might say, learn to play a violin or a horn or who knows, a clarinet or something like that. But if you did that and you got real good at it, where would you play? Um, there's, not in a commercial band unless you're in the orchestra. I'm not sure where you could really do much of anything. And don't get me wrong, orchestras are great. I mean, I've played in an orchestra before, which I've done, but it doesn't mean that that you would make more money in the orchestra than you would playing commercially. So that being said, it kind of brings us to the point of where we are now. The evolution of music has changed so much that they've eliminated a lot of things, like of course, the rhythm section, drums, done on a drum machine. They get loops, all kinds of other stuff, and it just kind of takes the human element out of out of music. So because of that fact, we have to kind of look at it from a certain perspective. Um, great great music, people still want to hear it, and it's changed so much over the years. So what it is that now it's even more complicated because they have something called, I think, Suno. Yeah, Suno, which is basically AI. AI is coming to a lot of coming to prominence. In music and probably a lot of other things as well. The thing with AI is that, especially when it comes to music and Suno and other companies like that, is that right now they're using music that's actually been recorded before. They actually take it and put it to whatever it is that you want to have done, which means that there's no musicians. Well, there are musicians, but they're stealing their stuff from off the internet, I guess, to some degree. And there's a copyright, and they're being sued tremendously because of it. That being said, you know, what is the future of music? Well, it depends right now on what happens, with artificial intelligence, and of course, companies like Suno. Okay, that being said, you know, all I can say is this: Suno's been doing stuff that I've actually been doing for years. If you check out my website www.brettjolly.com, I've been doing this for like a long while. All right, I'm on air now. Yeah, okay, that's all right. Um, so I've, yeah, I've been doing this for a long while. And I don't want to say that they stole my idea or anything like that, because I've been writing stuff for people for a long while. But the one thing about what I do is that when I put the music together, um, you know, you own it. Nobody else owns it because it's all original, and I put all the parts down, and I do the video as well. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. Uh, but the thing is, will Suno or other companies like that replace what I do? They're trying to, and it might succeed. Who knows? But one thing about it is, the human element still counts for something. And for those people who want something that they own, would have no problem with copyright infringement or anything like that, I would say go with the safer thing. But of course, I'm probably talking more from a personal perspective. Okay. Also, too, the most important thing in the music industry that guides everything is a little thing known as money. All right. When people can make money, of course, naturally they go where they can make the money. If they cannot make the money, then of course, naturally it dissipates and just goes away. We have to understand that, you know, there's a lot of great talent in the world right now. There really is. There are a lot of great singers. There are a lot of great musicians. There's a lot of great songwriters. The problem is, if they can't make money off their creativity, what's the incentive for wanting to continue going on? And that is what the real issue is in terms of the evolution of music. Right now, we're probably going to have to wait to see what happens with Suno and what goes on with that, because that's going to determine a lot. But keep in mind, you can wait for it, or you continue to make good music. I know if you want me to help you, I'll be more than happy to do so. Because that's just what I am. I do videos, I do music, I write songs, I put it all together because that's what I love to do. And I also play bass guitar, and I play for some of the biggest names in the business. If you check out brettjolly.com, you'll see it for yourself. But the most important thing out of all of this is that we have to, I guess, put ourselves in a position where we hurry up and wait for this other stuff. Because a lot of people want to be in a songwriting field, but they don't know how to go about it, and they don't have the professionalism or the talent to be able to do so. We control a lot whether we realize it or not. All right? I would love to see us revamp the system totally, and just, have all of us put together a system that works for everybody. But of course, in order for that to work, we gotta see what's happening with all this other stuff that's going on. So that being said, I just want to let you know that, I'm a proponent of live music. I'm a proponent of the human element. That's what I like. And hopefully, if you feel the same way, I invite you to come onto my page, www.brettjolly.com, BRETTJOLLY.com, and reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. All right? We don't have to go according to what they want to offer us. We can make our own changes, and we can make the industry even better. Thank you so much. This is Brett Jolly, and I look forward to talking to you or seeing you next time. Take care and have a great day.